Good evening, women's lacrosse fans, and welcome into LTSN for the opening round of the WAC playoffs here at Blue Devils Stadium in Southfield, Michigan. And yes, if you're looking at the screen, you're right, it is snowing here today. It is a crisp 32 degrees right now, snowing all the way at the end of April, so something a little bit different here. We're expecting rain, but now the conditions may play a toll on the players as all of them wearing gloves, and we'll step aside here for the national anthem. So there you go, the Stars and Stripes national anthem wrapping up, and we get ready to get set for this one. Snow still coming down, but thanks for tuning and coming to us at LTSN. I'm Dylan Morello, and thanks for tuning in. I'm ecstatic for this one, as after last year's season ended abruptly, it's been almost 2 years since the last time we've seen playoff lacrosse, and we have a good one tonight between your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and the Bethel University Pilots. So not only is it the start of playoff season, but it's also senior night here. We got a couple of seniors, Kaylee Patterson, Axie Vang, Dory Coggin, Ashley Sherry, Gabby Larkin, and Anna Foley all celebrating senior night here today. Stay tuned after the matchup for all the post-game festivities, including the presentation, the flowers, and the honoring of our seniors. LTU would like to give a big shout-out to them, say thanks for being classy student athletes and being great people on and off the field. So tonight, Lawrence Tech is coming off a 4-game weekend where they went 3-1, unfortunately dropping the last game on Sunday in a close contest with Concordia. The final was 17-15, but a positive from that weekend is they beat the same Pilots team 5 days ago on the road, 17-7. So the first draw coming up here for the Blue Devils. They'll be in white. Bethel would be in the dark blue. Both teams ready for this one, as it should be exciting. LTU beat this team 5 days ago, so Bethel looking for some revenge. Pilots 6-8 on the season. They're 1-5 on the road, as that draw will be controlled almost by the Blue Devils. Barnwell try to corral it, but Bethel comes away with it. That'll be Broadwick. Broadwick's one of those players to look out for today for Bethel, as she leads her team a total of 42 goals on the season. For the Blue Devils, the next person in line for goals will be Ashley Sherry with 26. So compared to Broadwick, a lot of ground to make up, but she'll be one to look on offensively here, as Bethel's going to start and set up offensively, trying to walk around the goal. Cutting in, the pass into the middle. Good defensive play, chopped away nicely. Blue Devils still trying to corral it. Barnwell chips it up. Vang coming back. She wasn't in the last game that the Blue Devils played, but back here at Blue Devils Stadium, and the Blue Devils will come away from the first possession unscathed. That one will be passed up, and the Blue Devils will try to get that ground ball, and it will come all the way on the far sideline to Larkin. And we get our first whistle of the game. Blue Devils did a good job last matchup, really working on offense, trying to get their passes and everything honed in for this one. As I mentioned before, 4 games Thursday through Sunday last week. They had a Monday practice and today a game, so a lot of field time as the Blue Devils play it in, and their first shot will be ripped in. That's Bella Van Buren, the junior for LTU, and she gets the Blue Devils off and running. A nice play there as you saw a couple of quick passes in the cutting. Van Buren able to find her target and tickle the twine. Blue Devils get on the board less than 2 minutes in. So the Blue Devils come into this one 4-3 overall. They're 2-0 at home, so they're looking for some home cooking. Still undefeated this season at Blue Devils Stadium. While on the flip, Bethel is coming in 6-8 overall, but 1-5 on the road. So they're going to have to really shore that up. They want to move on and not be the loser here, as it's winner go home, loser go home, winner keeps going. And the women's lacrosse team for the Blue Devils, they're ranked 3rd in their conference. Bethel is coming in ranked 6th. The top 2 teams get a bye. So Lawrence Tech just on that outside looking into the first bye, so they have to get through Bethel to try to move on here. Bethel was 3-1 though in their last 4 games, so don't let that 6-8 fool you. Their only loss coming against the same Blue Devils, as that one gets put in, and it will be a 1-1 score. So they're definitely a formidable foe. And the game against the Blue Devils was actually the last game that they have played, as Rochester had to forfeit. It was going to be their last game before playoffs. So that game wasn't able to happen. So Bethel a little bit of a break, while the Blue Devils, as I mentioned before, having a lot of workload in a short amount of time. So it should be a good one today, especially with the coaches each of these teams have. Jeremy Brown for Bethel University in his 4th season. And Marianne Meltzer for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. We know her repertoire and what she can do. As Waits there, she was able to get that draw control, bobbled it a little bit. She'll pass it back, though. And you see already maybe the snow coming into play, the cold hands, a couple of drops, as Lair wasn't able to grab that pass from Waits. Waits is another player to watch for Lawrence Tech, as she's right behind Ashley Sherry with 17 goals. Sherry once again with 26, and she'll have the ball right now. Blue Devils going to set up their offense. They're able to score on their first shot. Here's Foley now on the left sideline. Finds a pass inside to Larkin. Larkin, dipsy-do, and she puts it in. The Blue Devils, 2 shots, 2 goals. And that's just a simple play, really getting the ball to the net as fast as possible. You saw Foley on the outside, able to find Larkin. Really no one around her. No blue jersey. She was all alone, only the goalkeeper to beat, and she will. So another draw here. Let's see if the Blue Devils could get it. That was Waits going up against Broadwick. Blue Devils try, and it will be Van Buren, the first goal scorer of this one, coming away with it. She'll break down the right sideline. Ball slips out of her stick, and Smentowski will get it. Smentowski in the last game here at Blue Devils Stadium against Cleary was able to collect the hat trick and a couple more goals as well as assist. So she's been on fire as of late. Here's Waite. She scored 2 goals, the first 2 goals in the last game against Concordia for the Blue Devils. Smentowski using her speed, finding the player down low. They'll work it around now. Behind the net, trying to cut out is Larkin, the last goal scorer, looking for a pass. Good defense up in her face there was Hanton for Bethel. That pass goes well over a couple players, and it'll be out of bounds here. Ball goes the other way for the Pilots. Pilots elect to play it back to their goalkeeper. Starting net today for them would be Samantha Swoop. And she's been pretty solid. coming to the latter stages. As I mentioned before, Bethel coming in 3-1. Only loss coming to the Blue Devils, as nice job by Cooper there to get some time and space and get away. Bethel now slowing down the pace. They're going to work it around up top. Van Buren was able to pass it off. Coming down low. Good defensive pressure there as Lair all over it. Ball comes into the middle, scooped away by Sherry. Sherry now breaking up. She'll pass it. That's the waiting Jenna Wright. Moving on over, and Smentowski now. Snow still coming down, 2-1 the score. Just past the 25-minute mark. Smentowski played down low, back to Smentowski trying to go for it. That pass doesn't go. Foley with the shot, and a beautiful save there by Swoop. Swoop of her first save of the night. Smentowski gains the ball back. Larkin now. 3 blue jerseys around her. And now Smentowski will have it. Looking for an open lane. The cutter's coming in, but she elects to drop it back to Sherry. Sherry doing a nice job protecting the ball. Pass down low. Larkin with the shot. And that one hit the outside of the cage. Passed up nicely by Swoop. Off the ground a couple times, and a beautiful collection there by Broadwick. So Broadwick, 42 goals on the season. She'll lead the charge. Moving in on 4 defenders for the Blue Devils. Nice job by Barnwald confronting Broadwick there. Broadwick moving forward, and a nice strip. Good stick check from behind. As the Blue Devils escape danger there, it's going to be Wright now playing it up. Smentowski again breaking 2 defenders using her speed. Coming back to goal, and a little lob shot there finds its target. The Blue Devils now up 3-1. A beautiful play, individual effort by Smentowski, but it all starts in the defensive end of the field for the Blue Devils. A great stick check on Broadwick from behind. The ball comes loose, and in a matter of 5 seconds, it's up the field and in the back of the Bethel net. Blue Devils really have been shining offensively as of late, scoring 18 and then 15 goals in their last 2 games. So here we go. Waits lining up once again against Broadwick. Ball comes up and right to Van Buren. That's twice in a row that the draw control goes to the Blue Devils. Waits with a little handoff there to Smentowski. As we said before, her confidence is brimming, scoring a bunch of goals as of late. And she added another one there on that last play. Here's the leading goal scorer for the Blue Devils, Sherry. She'll stop up after taking a couple sticks to her forearm. Passes into the middle. Foley unable to corral it. The race to the outside, and Waits unable to keep it in. That's twice now that some errant passes from the Blue Devils have led to possession being turned over to the Pilots. As the ball comes into Samantha Swoop, and she'll play it over. Bethel now moving on up. Nice play there by Hanton just to get it out of danger. Jennifer Cooper. Cooper will play it back and caught nicely there by Konechny. Konechny trying to get that ground ball, but we have the advantage play to the Blue Devils, and here's Foley. Foley dropping it off to Van Buren. Ball still juggling out of the net there of a couple sticks. Supposed to be snowing here the whole game as the Blue Devils now working from up high to down low. And that one over the crossbar. So off a shot, and Blue Devils retain possession. Waits on that far side. Wicked pass into the middle there for Sherry. And the ball a little bit loose. Caught right there on the goal line by Swoop, and she'll play it away. Breaking up field now, Hope Van Buren. She has Sherry to beat and unable to do it. Good double team there. Sherry and Waits coming away with it. Waits getting pressured nicely there by Konechny. She just stops up and lets the Blue Devils settle in. Larkin was able to play it through, but Van Buren unable to catch that one. She'll use her speed to try to back check here. Van Buren on Broadwick. Broadwick will be able to hand it off, though. Van Buren now. Looking for an open player. Only one shot right now for the Pilots. So the Blue Devils doing a good job of keeping their defensive posture. Getting backers in position. As you see here, the communication trying to look for it. 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Pilots don't care about being patient. They're just looking for that nice play, but they're unable to find it as that pass will be scooped off the field by Waits. Ball trickles out of Waits' hand, but advantage here, LTU. Played up, and that one out of the pocket of Vang Stick, the senior, one of a multitude on senior night. Spentowski able to catch that one as the stick of Konechny was up in the lane. Just under 20 minutes now, 3-1 still the score as you have Foley behind the net looking up top. The shot, and there you go, Larkin, 4-1 Blue Devils. The senior connection there, Anna Foley and Gabby Larkin. They've been playing together for quite some time now, 4+ years. And that chemistry showing beautifully as the pass from behind the goal in the front, and Larkin, no hesitation, finding the back of the net. So a great early lead here for the Blue Devils. I talked to their coach a couple days ago, and especially after that last game, really they were just so happy to be able to get back after a couple weeks without playing due to COVID protocol, work on their skills, start working with each other, and had to thank the teams that they were able to face for coming out either to LTU or letting them play and giving them a chance to compete. Really, that's all you could ask for in these uncertain times, and I just love that pizzazz, that momentum that they have carried, especially here into playoffs, just being happy to play. And when you come to the field every day, happy to be there, working hard, working with your teammates, good things are going to happen. And for the Blue Devils, they have over the last week plus. So here's Spentowski, nice spinorama move. Unable to do it, stick checked away. Good defensive play, and Bethel will gain possession there. Scooped up nicely by Michaela Laurie, and she was not able to get it, as the ball, though, will go back to the goalkeeper. And Swoop will pass it off. Sarah Konechny now looking to get through. Two Blue Devil bodies around her. She will escape. Waits, though, angling her off. Moving on in, and we have the stick infraction there, so they'll be able to break the plane and pass it over. Jennifer Cooper was able to play it. So now Bethel, really, they've been slow and methodical on offense, able to get that first goal, but ever since the Blue Devils have just stuck to it, stayed on their man, and have been able to cause turnovers, as this is the first time we've seen Bethel set up behind the cage. Players working in. We have two cutters breaking goal, and they find a soft spot looking for the shot. Van Buren fronts nicely and beautifully scooped away. That's Waite's second ground ball and the last two possessions for the Pilots. Moving all up, Jenna Wright. She'll pass it over to Anna Foley. Foley working her way slowly, finding Spentowski in the middle. Spentowski, a couple sticks on her, and she looked to get clamped down on the hands. No whistle there. So the Blue Devils unable to connect, and the Pilots will move it up. Barnwell trying to corral that loose ball. Bethel able to scoop it away. Stopping and starting, Marissa Berg for the Pilots. But once again, the Blue Devils corral it. Axie Vang, the senior, moving on up. And you have a slash on the hand. She'll keep on running. Looking for an open lane, and she will find open player, however, in Foley. Foley working over Rayburn there. Rayburn, no goals on the season in 11 games played. 12 games played, excuse me. But a great defensive powerhouse for the Pilots, and that's why she's on Foley majority of this game. She's on Sherry, and Sherry able to find it. A tricky shot as the aforementioned Rayburn was all over her, but she's able to pull it down low, shoot it around the legs to an unsuspecting swoop, and the Blue Devils now up by 4. So after that goal, the Pilots will have to call a timeout, and respectively so, the Blue Devils all over their case. And we'll also step aside and take a timeout here in the booth, here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. And welcome back into the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. Dylan Morello here as the Blue Devils, after that last tally, take a 5-1 lead, 16:37 remaining here in the first half. And it's been all Lawrence Tech as really the Pilots have gained possession. They've gone on the offense, but Lawrence Tech really stepping up on defense and making that become great offensive chances. Really the transition game, beautiful for the Blue Devils. As you see that draw control come once again to Lawrence Tech. Sherry will play it up. Ball swatted away. But she's able to corral her own missed pass and give it over to Wright. Jenna Wright now, in 7 games played, no goals but 2 assists. So she's looking for her first collegiate goal. Coaching staff really likes her energy, the way she works around the ball. And she'll catch it here on the outside. Handing it off to Sherry. Sherry into the middle of the weights, and that ripper goes high and wide. Larkin will get that loose ball. Able to stop and start. Gagnon now moving in. She has some space over the top. Smitowski looking for the shot. She'll find it. And she will find the goal. At first, it looked like it hit off the goalkeeper, but the ball trickled through. And it will be 6-1 now in favor of your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. So after that timeout, I'm sure Bethel really had to talk about being more defensively mindful, being aware of those players in the soft spot, near the 8 and in, especially around that goal crease. And it's happened quite often, actually. A couple times now, the Blue Devils working that play. Really, you have someone down low behind the net, walking to the front, passing it back down low. And then while everybody's head's turned below the goal line, looking behind them, you find that open player. So there's the Pilots' first draw control and a couple. And they'll try to stymie the bleeding here. Moving it behind the goal. You have Tegan Layer on there. Nice little handoff. Still moving through. Barnwald there up against Broadwick. Cutting on in. The Pilots looking for the shot. And we'll have a foul there. And it'll be the first free position shot of the evening for the Pilots. It'll be Konechny against Coggin. Konechny coming in. She'll stop up. Shot there, and a good save by Coggin. That'll be her first of the day, as the Blue Devils have been playing so great defensively. Not many balls have got her way, but the senior on senior night makes her first save. Dory Coggin leading the team with 19 saves overall. Make that 20. As that ball doesn't come through. Only 24 goals against on the season. Or excuse me, 33 for Coggin. So safe average there, and a lot of trust in her teammates as well as the coaching staff to be able to put her out here, especially in playoffs. A tenured vet, a senior, and I'm sure she's excited for this one. So the Blue Devils back on offense here. Looking for a lane. They'll try to find it. Having a stop and start from behind the net. Larkin once again over to Foley. Foley up top, and that one too hot to handle for Sherry. Scooped away nicely using her speed. Waits backtracking on Broadwick. Or excuse me, Van Proen. Van Proen over there to Konechny. Konechny now breaking in. Ang watching her. Shots now 11-3 in favor of the Blue Devils. So you're not going to score unless you're shooting the ball. And right now, Bethel having a hard time of doing it. You got to look as well, too, to the ground balls. Right now, LTU in favor 17-3. So just finding those loose balls, able to recollect it, gain possession, stay on the ball, stay hungry, has been one of the recipes and key ingredients to this game so far. Bethel moving on in. Another shot. Good save there by Coggin, able to force it over the goal. And the Blue Devils will get the ball right back. So watching that shot come through a couple snowflakes and off of her shoulder. Played all the way across field to Barnwald. Barnwald coming on up and setting up now. Staying back was Wade. She'll collect it. Spintowski starts that move. Coming on in, and the block there might be a charge as well. Nonetheless, the Blue Devils will get their first free position shot of the night. Already one goal here this evening. Spintowski will look to make it 2. Spintowski against Swoop. Coming on in, Spintowski, the shot, and a good save there by Swoop. Recorralled, though, by the Blue Devils. Looking for the open player. That's Larkin. She tumbled down, but was able to still pass it off in the open area there. Van Buren unable to corral it. Ball now kicking around. Moving through a couple sticks, a couple feet, still battling for it. Ball still loose. Try to scoop away there by Waite. Or excuse me, Sherry on that outside. And it was Sherry and Wright battling for it. In the middle, Foley, and a beautiful save. I thought that one may have found its mark, but Swoop really keeping her team in it. Only giving up 16 goals on what is now 13 shots. So Swoop carrying it all the way almost to midfield. No one really pressuring her as the Blue Devils, you like to see their one-on-one. Every person has a man. And it's been very successful. As you see the goalkeeper now across the LTU logo. And she's just going to keep it till someone does get open. And the Blue Devils will corral that pass. Turnover here. Sventowski a little bit too excited with the open net. She drops the ball at least 3 times. And now the Blue Devils would have to set up on a real offensive play. That's one of the things, though, with only a 1 spot on the board for the Pilots. The Blue Devils, a prime example of staying on their man. Beautifully done coverage. And the attention to detail, especially on the defensive side of the ball, has always been there. And today it's even more evident as Foley rips it in. Score now 7-1, Lawrence Tech. Anna Foley with a nice play and beating a dead horse here, but once again, it comes from the defensive side. As you see, the Blue Devils not allowing any passes, forcing the goalkeeper to come well out of her cage. And that not only makes the goalkeeper put out of her comfort zone, but also a little bit tired, and she had to run all the way back to her net. And one is able to find that save, as now she has to talk to her coach. Stepping away there, Jeremy Brown, giving her some direction as the draw control once again in favor of the Blue Devils. They're up now to 6 draw controls to Bethel's 3. Sherry looking for it, and she gets the advantage her way. Over on that far side now to Waite. Waite's moving on in. Couldn't find a shot. Good defense there by Cooper. Black into the middle, and Van Buren unable to corral that pass. As once again, the Blue Devils finding that play of working it from mid to low and back to high to the open streaking player. And now you have Sherry. She ducks the shoulder. Moving it to her right hand. Sherry the shot. That goes wide. And the referee is discussing here who had hit. If it was from a shot and didn't hit anybody, it would be LTU's ball. But if it did, it will go to Bethel. And maybe in the commotion, there seemed to be a foul. So it may be a free position shot here from the 8 for Ashley Sherry. And it looks like it will be. So Sherry against Swoop. The last one by Sventowski was saved by Swoop. Trying to keep her team within striking distance. And here's Sherry cocking up. Sherry the Ripper, and that one rings off the crossbar, look like, or at least the post. As Waite's able to growl that one. Scooping up that ground ball, and here's Sherry, who just rang that one off the pipe, looking for an open player. Van Buren, the shot, and that doesn't go in as she looked a little bit shaken up on the play. Maybe just yelling about that one not finding its mark. And you see the Blue Devils are going to do this once again. Bethel, though, finding Broadwick. Broadwick met by some resistance. Coming on in now, Van Peroen. Play it into the middle. Pilots with the shot, and that one goes well wide. Trying to force it a little bit there was Sarah Konechny, and Coggin was all over it. Pilots now with a rare chance to get something moving here offensively. Coming on in, ball scoops out of her stick. Pilots regain the control. Tegan Lair and Katie Waits looking on. Over now to Jennifer Cooper. Cooper will play it back there to Konechny. Konechny moves on in. Stopped up nicely there by Walagora. Stellar defender for the Blue Devils. Shot comes in and once again wide. So give the Pilots credit. They're trying to shoot the balls more. But the Blue Devils once again in those shooting lanes, making them and forcing them wide. And with that, the Blue Devils, it seemed to hit off one of their players, and it will be back in their possession as Coggin will hand it off. .6:15 left in this first half. 7-1 the score. Blue Devils got off to an early and ferocious start after Bethel was able to put one on the board, but ever since it's been all Lawrence Tech. Smentowski now moving on in, looking for her second, and she'll find it. Abby Smentowski with another one. Score is now 8-1 in favor of Lawrence Tech. Just a great all-around play as the Blue Devils really utilizing Smentowski in a role that suits her. Working on that outside and drawing defenders towards her allows her to use the speed, beat them while they're flat-footed. Only she knows where she's going. And she does it to perfection, to a T, and that's why she's finding this more recent offensive success. Not only that, she's also shooting the ball more. You haven't seen that in prior seasons, but today, especially in this game, she's leading the team with 4 shots on goal, 2 goals. Right behind her is Gabby Larkin with 3. But nonetheless, if you fire the ball, one of them is going to find its mark, and it just happens with confidence. A couple of them will as well. So here we go, another draw control for the Blue Devils. That'll be their 8th on the night. Coming on in, Foley. Ball chips over to aforementioned Smentowski. Smentowski over the top to Waits. Waits eyeing up her defender, trying to move on in. She's stymied there. Caught by 3 blue jerseys. Played down low to Van Buren. Van Buren surrounded. And with that, it will be another free position for the Blue Devils. So on this one now is Van Buren, her first free position of the game. Eyeing up swoop, Van Buren coming in. She shoots in that one. Looked to be directed or almost chipped out of her stick before she really could get enough mustard on it. So the Pilots escape another free position chance. And the Blue Devils will set back up in their defensive posture. Not too many people open, and that will be a turned over ball. Sherry corralling that one on the sideline and play it back in. So there's the defender, Kayleen Walagora. 7 games played. The sophomore, 3 goals, 1 assist on the season. Relied more on defensive side of the field, but nonetheless able to contribute offense when she is called upon. There's an offensive superstar there, though. Sherry over to Spintowski. As you see that shot go wide. Snow picking up now even more, starting to stick on the ground as well. See the players' footprints out there. Continuing to play on, though, is Foley. Foley moving over to Van Buren on the inside, looking for the loose ball here. Corralled almost, and it will be by the Pilots. Escaping now is Konechny. Konechny looking for it. She'll stop up on a dime, pass it over, and Swoop will be able to get it again. Ball played up, and nice snag there. Haley Ship with her first touch of the evening, trying to get it, and she won't, as 3 Blue Devils check that one out of her stick. Nice job surrounding the ball there, as you have Jenna Wright moving it on up. Waits can't find that pass. Can't find the ball either. Spintowski will. Scooping that one. Over a couple defenders' heads, but they'll be grabbed away, and Kinsey Rayborn able to corral it. She uses her speed. First time we've seen her shoot out of the gate here tonight. Trying to get her legs into it, as we're just under 3 minutes left in this one. First half coming to the close. Blue Devils still up 8-1. 2:20 left. As you have Broadwick working it down low. She handed it off. Lair putting pressure. Vang as well, and a nice shot. And that one goes in. So Bethel gets their second goal of the game. Almost 18 minutes after their first. So Blue Devils now with a lead of only 6. A lot of time left for the Pilots, and this intermission is going to be crucial for them to try to figure out something to do offensively. That play seemed to working from below the goal and be working behind Coggin. And coming to the front, although Lair and Vang were there, but just unable to stop the shot from coming through. Waits lining up for this draw as well. She'll play it up, and Broadwick scooped that one away, and it'll be Konechny. Waits with a good back check, but Broadwick will be able to growl it. Moving on in, back down low, little 2-on-1 down low. Pilots still working with it, up in the middle. That pass scooped away there. Jennifer Cooper now grabbing it off the ground once again. She plays it over, and the Pilots set up here. Minute 30 remaining in the first half. Slowing the pace down. There's the last goal scorer, Crockett for the Pilots. She finds a lane, shot there, Coggin the save. Rebound comes back to the Pilots. Shot clock reset after that one. Good save, though, by Coggin. Played up top now. Cooper. Pilots warming up to the task. Cooper moving on in. The shot. That one goes wide, and ball stays in the control of Bethel. And it'll be the down low player now, Crockett. She comes to the goal and rips it in. So that's 2 goals now on 2 shots. In the last 2 shots, for the Pilots. And Broadwick gets her 43rd on the season, first of the playoffs. So the Blue Devils, a little bit of lapse in their game, as the half isn't over until it's over. They've given up 2 goals in the last 2 minutes. 8-3 now the score. They can't get too comfortable with this lead. As we know, even to make the playoffs and to be in the WAC, you're going to have some skilled players, and you're going to have to compete every night. So there's no off nights, and for the Blue Devils, even with this lead, they're going to have to continue grinding for the next 30-plus minutes. Draw control, trying to get it is Waits, scooping it off. Waits again, and she will grab it away from Konechny, trying that pass. Konechny right in front of her face. Coming on in, and the turnover there. Waits unable to find a player to give it off to. But the Pilots will. They have 30 seconds to work with. Busting on in is Cooper. She uses her speed. Couple defenders in front of her. She'll have to stop up. Played back now. Broadwick with the pass, and 15 seconds left. They're going to have to work quick. Pilots moving on in. The ball stripped away, and another stick check. Waits with that defensive play to make up for the one earlier, and it looks like she'll just run out the clock. So that'll do it. That'll be the end of the first half. Score is 8-3 in favor of your Blue Devils. Shots in this one, an early 20 spot for the Blue Devils and 10 for the Bethel Pilots. A lot to look forward to in the second half, and a lot for these teams to talk to in between it as we step aside here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. And welcome back into LTSN. The Blue Devils come into this second half, leading 8-3 the score. And they come in with 20 shots to the Pilots' 10 as the snow continued to come down. And yes, it is April. So Michigan weather at its finest here. As the temperature has stayed, actually went up a couple of degrees, 34 degrees now. Hasn't turned into rain just yet, but the players, I'm sure, love playing in it. And a little bit different atmosphere here as the Blue Devils come into this second half. Really not much to change in their game. They've been playing great defensively, really strong on the offensive side of the field, and that defense has led to the offense. As they were able to get a goal on that last play while we were setting everything up. So 9-3, and Ashley Sherry was able to get that one. As it looked like they were trying to see if her stick was legal or not. And Katie Waits will start it off. Nonetheless, the goal stays up on the board. Waits plowing through a couple of players, and she'll pass it off here now to Van Buren. Van Buren down low to Larkin. Larkin stutter steps, looking for the shot, can't find the lane. So she gives it over. Smentowski the bullet, and that one, good save once again by Swoop. Swoop plays it up. Blue Devils unable to stay on Broadwick there on that far sideline. Van Buren will give chase, though. She's all over her, but Broadwick beats Van Buren to the outside, looking to go goalward. Coggin watching her all the way. And she elects to just hand it over. Good D there as the Blue Devils and Lair will be able to escape with it. Here's Vang. Axie Vang, the senior, moving on through. She'll pass it up here. Waits, waiting in the middle. And she now has a 3-on-2, using her speed, trying to find the pass across. She doesn't do it. She will find the top play to Smentowski, who rips it home for the goal. The Blue Devils up to double digits. So the Blue Devils put up another double-digit game, 10-3 now the score. And they've scored 2 goals once again. Same thing, copy and paste of the first half within the first 2 minutes of it. So a draw now coming up, and it will be Waits. She's going up against Broadwick. It's been a tough battle with the draw controls, but Blue Devils winning that one 9-4. Let's see if Waits can make it 10. She pulls it back. Ball will hop, and she will grab it. 10-4 now. Draw controls in favor of Lawrence Tech. There's Waits using her speed. She's already done it on that last play, able to get it over to Smentowski. Right now, though, she'll hand it off to Van Buren. The junior Abby Smentowski now looking for it. She has a couple of goals here in this one. They play it down low. Jenna Wright. She works it around. Nice little pass inside. Van Buren looking for the shot. Hand over to Foley to a great save there as once again it was Smentowski. Just a really quick play, and Swoop was able to get her stick right in the lane and snag it up nicely. Blue Devils, though, aren't able to do that trap game that they have been doing so well. Waits back checking there on Jennifer Cooper. Cooper stops up. Axie Vang looking for a stick check. Can't find it, so Konechny will have to settle it down here for the Pilots. Konechny working around the outside. They'll find it down low. This play has worked a couple times here for the Pilots. There's Broadwick working up against Sherry. Broadwick the shot, and that one goes wide. Coggin a little bit taken aback by the quick release of that one. But no harm, no foul, as the Blue Devils were able to get away with it nicely. And the clock keeps going, especially on the shot clock. "20 seconds now on the shot clock. Pilots still retain possession. Double team slipping in the snow, and didn't seem like any Blue Devil player touched her. But nonetheless, she keeps possession of the ball, but the shot clock down to 7 seconds now. They're going to have to work fast. Coming on in. Pilots trying to get a shot, and there will be the foul. So lucky there, as we had 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Running out of time, the Blue Devils almost got a free possession back, but they take that one, and it'll be a free position. The Ripper comes in, and 5-hole on Coggin. A blistering of shot there by Jennifer Cooper. Cooper with 26 goals in the regular season, 34 points, and she's one of their offensive powerhouses as well. In 4th place on the team, goal-wise. And she's able to find the back of the net, so score now 10-4. Still Blue Devils well in control, but they're going to want to batten down the hatches here, especially in this final frame. Just speculating on what was said in between the halves. I'm sure Bethel talked about shoring up their defensive play, getting more shots on goal and getting them on goal often. Try to make Coggin work. And we've seen it a couple times, but the defensive mindset wasn't there in the early going. That pass comes in the middle of Spentowski. She shoots and scores. Abby Spentowski once again, a great pass into the middle, and that soft spot right in front of the cage has been open for the Blue Devils, and they've gone to that at least now 7 times. The score 11-4. That's Spentowski's 4th goal on the game. So Abby Spentowski, we've been talking a lot about her, definitely one of the stars up to this point of the match, and she has been through the latter stages of this season for Lawrence Tech. Waits trying to win that draw. It will be Barnwald, though, helping her teammate out. Nice move to get away from a couple, and Waits will carry it on forward. Blue Devils play catch up top. Sherry looking for some space. She finds it to Waits, and Waits finds Spentowski. Last 2 of her shots have tickled the twine. 5 goals on the night. 12-4 Blue Devils. So no stop, all gas, no brakes right now for Lawrence Tech as they are pounding it in on offense. Up now to 26 shots in the game, 12 goals compared to Bethel's 12-4. And the tail of the tape, as I said before, is just the defensive play. So you have Lawrence Tech, 25 ground balls reclaimed, 12 draw controls. So when you have the majority of the possession and you work for it like that, it's going to be good. And look at that. Once again, Waits with the draw control. She busts in, looking for the pass. She can't find it. So she stops up. Over to Sherry now. Played down low, back in the middle. Van Buren looking for the shot. She's surrounded by players. Trying that over the hand shot. Unable to do it. Back in the middle now. Shot there by Waits, and she scores her first of the game. And she hasn't had to really be relied on offensively here as other players have been ripping it in. Lawrence Tech's second inline goal scorer on the season, but nonetheless, she gets in on the score sheet. Her 18th goal of the season, first of the playoffs. Score now 13-4, 24-26 left in this one. And as the last home game for the Blue Devils happened, running clock is after 10 goals. So the Blue Devils need to at least get 1 and 2 more to start that process. And the clock could start and stop freely. So if the Pilots get a couple more, they'll be able to stop it. And right here, it would be Broadwick looking to not let that happen at all. Passing it down low, Coggin looking on, and she will snag it. Dory Coggin, really a silent hero here tonight with a couple great saves, good plays, and just instills that confidence from the back end all the way through the lineup and through the field here for Lawrence Tech. As that one gets passed up now, it'll be Larkin moving on that far sideline. One defender to beat. She'll stop up, though, let everybody get in position. Resetting now are the Blue Devils. Passing it over. Waits gives it now to Sherry. Sherry comes in. She gets shoved in the midsection. Still has possession of the ball, though. She'll stop and start. Nice spin around move, ducking the shoulder. Plays it down low, and that errant pass gets gobbled up nicely by Swoop. Van Buren all over her, though, especially with Jenna Wright. Wright tried to go it, and that ground ball rolled on over to her defender, Jennifer Cooper. Cooper having some trouble, and Van Buren will snag it once again. Shot clock resetting here for Lawrence Tech. Van Buren on the outside, giving it over now. Jenna Wright. She hands it off, and Smentowski will carry away with it. Smentowski now using her speed, busting around one, looking for another, and that one stick gets up in the face of her, and she will look to add another tally in the goal column as the Blue Devils get this free position shot. Their third of the game. They went 0 for 2 so far. Smentowski coming in on Swoop, plays it down low, and that one over the head of Larkin, and the possession given up freely there for the Blue Devils. Not a good look on that free position, especially when you've already gone 0 for 2 in the game. Blue Devils once again giving chase in the offensive zone. They've done a great job of really hemming in the Pilots all game. The only 4 slip-ups have been the 4 goals as they do break that plane. And we'll come on in. Blue Devils playing great defense. They've caused 13 turnovers compared to the Pilots' 4. So definitely stymieing them on all fronts and getting up in the face, taking away that time and space for the Pilots has been critical here. And it's something they've worked on at practice and throughout games all season long, especially in this last little snippet, week and a half of 5 to 6 games and a bunch of practices. As that shot comes in, goes wide, and we'll have a through-the-body shot there. And a free position shot once again for the Pilots. They're 1 for 2 on them. This will be their 4th. Coming on in to shot, and she scores. A beautiful play there, going 5-hole once again on Coggin. Hope Van Buren able to slide it in. That's her 31st goal of the season and first of the playoffs. So the Blue Devils now giving up that one, and as I said prior to that goal, really, if the Blue Devils are unable to stop in the midfield, work that defensive trap game, the Pilots have had some success, and they do there, getting their 5th goal of the game on their 14th shot. Score now 13-5, 21-37 left in this match. So there's Waits winning that draw. She took a couple of bumps, but she's going to find a way to escape from the last goal scorer, Van Buren, Van Buren now with it to Sherry. Couple defenders miscommunicate. Sherry all alone. She passes it down low. And the shot was scooped up once again by Swoop as Ashley Sherry, a little miscommunication there by the Pilots D. And she went all alone on the breakaway, but unable to find the open mesh. Walking on through now. Barnwald there. Up against one Pilot. Nice chip away by Sherry, but it will be scooped away. Still working for it. Switching over her hands was Broadwick. And she hands it off to Bailey Hanton. Hanton tried to move it up, but it will trickle over the line, and the Blue Devils get that ball right back off an error from the Pilots. A long throw to the stick of Smentowski. That one out of her hands. But scooped up again by Sherry. The Blue Devils just dogs on raw meat right now, finding every loose ball, working for it, and anticipating beautifully as Foley will get it on that far sideline. Here's Van Buren working on in, looking for her first goal of the evening. Over to Waite. Waite snags that one, switches over to her left hand, looking for the shot, can't find it. So she peels back, the pass down low. Into the middle now, shot there, and a beautiful play, and a beautiful save. As you saw Smentowski looking for another one, but Swoop had the denial. So Swoop walking out again. You see the Blue Devils now after giving up that easy entry, setting up into their defensive posture. Pass goes awry, and a nice open field check there. Almost hockey-esque, 7-on-7. As that was actually Sherry against Kinsey Rayburn. And Rayburn will have to step aside, and the Blue Devils will be a man up due to that play. So Blue Devils a man up now for 2 minutes. They're going to use that to their advantage. Sherry just waiting for the signal from the referee. And she gets it now to Barnwald. Pepper passing for the Blue Devils. Smentowski again. Played down low. Waits. Trying to get a shot. She can't find it. Barnwald will look for one. Stymied nicely there by Konechny. Konechny all over her. Still pressuring the ball. Waits now. Straddling the 12-meter. Plays it over to Smentowski. Dropping it off to Waits. That one goes away from her. Played down low into the middle, and the ripper there. Larkin, a beautiful passing play by the Blue Devils, working it up top. And once again, the play and the playbook works. As in that soft spot right in the middle of the slot for the goal, Gabby Larkin makes it 14-5 in favor of your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. So Lawrence Tech upwards now over 30 shots, adding a 14 spot. We mentioned in the pregame they scored 15 in their last match, 18 in the one prior. So putting up big numbers and big tallies offensively. As in that last match at home as well, the coach had to pull a red light and tell the players just to work on their passing, work on their defensive skills. A couple freshmen got their first goals, and that was great to see. As it's played on over into the middle. Larkin unable to get it. She'll stick check beautifully. So Foley now behind the net. Working around, Foley all alone. Nice stick check at the last second there by Konechny. As Foley had the stick wide open and in place to get the ripper. Played back into the middle, and Van Buren, as Swoop came out to try to corral that pass. It was another set play, another one working to perfection, and Van Buren makes no mistake potting it home into the empty net. 15-5 now the score with 17:30 left in this one. And with that, it will be running clock now as 10 goals are ahead are the Blue Devils. As I mentioned before, if the Pilots even get one more, it will go back to a regular clock. And that goal comes a little bit easier too, as the Blue Devils were a man up. So 16:55. And the clock keeps on ticking. Draw controlled now in favor of the Pilots. That'll be Broadwick once again. She's been all over the ball. Stick check nicely by Waits, but she'll keep on going, pulling back, and handing it over to Konechny. Konechny gives it back. Carly Johnson had it. She played it over. Now back up top. Konechny again, talking it over with her teammate, trying to direct traffic. Konechny behind Coggins' crease. Over top now to Broadwick. Broadwick surveys the field. She has Waits in front of her. The shot comes in and wide. A nice play there. Broadwick was able to give it to Hope Van Buren. And her shot just went well wide. A little bit too much mustard on it. Pass inside now to Konechny. She rips it home. So the clock will stop and scores now 6-15, Lawrence Tech. So the Blue Devils giving up one there, but no harm, no foul, as still with a commanding lead. Up by 9 goals. So here's Katie Waits lining up once again for the draw. She's been very, very good here today. Draw controls now 15, looking to make it 16, and they will. So 16 for the Blue Devils to 6 for the Pilots. So well above 50%, and that's what you love to see, controlling the ball and keeping it in the offensive hands. Smentowski playing it down low. That's going to be right. She walks around the cage. Up top, but the ball stripped, and Rayburn will come away with it. That one a little bit too hot to handle. She stops up looking for the pass, and that's an errant one into the waiting stick of Waits. Waits gives it back to Wright. Right back down low, and the Blue Devils set right back up. Shot clock resets here. Fresh time. And the Blue Devils looking for another one to get back to that 10-goal lead. Smentowski with the play, and we will have a foul and a free position here for Abby Smentowski. Smentowski, 6 goals, looking to make it 7. Comes on in for the free position, and the ball hobbles out of her stick. Bunch of players on Sherry, unable to corral it. Konechny will. She'll escape. busting upfield. No one in front of her. Room to roam. Just under 15 minutes left. Pilots set up, looking for the pass. They'll play it down low. The shot, that one goes over the crease. Coggin trying to get back in, and that one, she pushed the crease off a little bit, but don't think it came off the moorings totally, and she plays it up nicely. Here's Axie Vang. Moving on up. Vang able to stop and start. She plays it up to Foley. The defensive powerhouse for the Blue Devils, Vang, now comes all the way back out, and Waits will tag up and come in. The shot there by Van Buren, and Bella Van Buren gets on the score sheet. Blue Devils back to the 10-goal lead, 16-6. So Lawrence Tech working the ball around beautifully once again. The passing, everything tonight seems to be on point and clicking on all cylinders. Another Blue Devil player gets a goal in the game. And that's great to see, especially in the first game of the playoffs. So the draw coming up once more. And it will be Waits against Broadwick. And it's been all Katie Waits here tonight on the draw. She's going to try again. That one pops up, loose again, and there's Waits. Moving on in, using her speed on the breakaway, the shot, and it almost trickles over the goal line, but it wouldn't go. Pilots now escape. And here comes the Blue Devils. Pilots unable to corral that one. Barnwald again. Giving chase there is Crockett for the Pilots. Crockett was unable to grab it, but Tegan Lair will be able to escape. She has a lot of space in front of her. Usually would say a lot of green, but a lot of white now. And the shot there from Foley, and blisters wide as Anna Foley with a couple great chances back into the middle. Ball comes to Van Buren. Van Buren hands it off. Nice spinorama move there, buying her some time. Stoppage of play for a hot second. Blue Devils right back to work. Bella Van Buren tried that shot over the head of a couple players. Moving on through Smentowski, and she pots home her sixth goal of the night. Score now 17-6, Lawrence Tech. Abby Smentowski having herself a night here. Just beautiful plays and being able to find that soft spot. Not really allowing anybody else to take control of the ball or hinder her ability. As well as her shots getting through. They've just been magnificent, finding the lanes, finding the open mesh, and putting it in. Clock continues to run now. 10:52 remaining. Blue Devils looking to end this one early and get back to their comfy beds, but the Pilots have something to say about it, and it will be Broadwick there and Konechny. Ball tough to see from up here in the booth with the snow on the ground. Blending in quite a bit, but Konechny will be able to corral it and hand it on over. Jennifer Cooper now. 26 goals on the season. One here already tonight. She'll look for someone to pass to. And now she will. Below the goal line. Marissa Berg looking for it. Axie Vang was on her. But they pass it over, and the Pilots electing here just to hold on to the ball for as long as they can. Chipping it here to Cooper. Cooper, 2 white jerseys on her. She has to get pushed all the way back, almost to midfield, to the line. Smentowski was able to get it. So is Sherry. And she'll stop and start, moving back and finding a way to sneak between 3. The shifty player, Barnwald, unable to jump high enough to get that one. And the players will have to reset. There's Rayburn. That pass gets easily snagged by Foley. Foley protecting it nicely. One hand on the stick. Passed into the middle. Trying for it was Jenna Wright. And it will go out of bounds, but scooped up once again by Wright. She hands it off now. Larkin on the top. Waits, slowing the pace. 1 goal here tonight. She spins, ducks the shot, and she rips it in. Katie Waits with a nice individual effort, working around her defender and making it 18-6, Lawrence Tech. So game, I guess at this point, could be considered getting in that blowout territory as the Blue Devils have tied their season high of goals in a game at 18. Blue Devils averaging 14.57 goals a game, and they're well over it here today and have been well over it the last couple of matches. But nonetheless, in playoffs, you really want the other teams, especially the ones ahead of you, to get scared and feel like the Blue Devils are here to play and they're here to stay. As we said in the opening, Blue Devils 3rd in the WAC. Bethel University Pilots, they're 6th. The top 2 teams get a bye, so LTU gets the quote-unquote easiest matchup, you could say, to start off the playoffs, but it's been a tight one, and just recently, especially at the latter stages of that first half, the Blue Devils started to open up the floodgates and get it going as Coggin corrals that one and keeps going forward with it. And there's Tegan Lair. She'll play it on top over the head of a couple, and Sherry will pass it. Nice plays there as Waits now. Handed it over to the hot hand in Smentowski. Played it on in, trying for the one-timer. Nice save there. Jenna Wright off that pass from Smentowski was trying to use the pace and momentum of the pass just to whip it in on goal. Doesn't work. As we have 16-15 remaining in this match. Pilots looking for something else here. They'll hand it off. Nice play to Cooper. Cooper will stop up. Let everybody get going. Ball behind the goal now. Blue Devils marking up. Trying to work her way around was Crockett. Crockett still against Lair. Double teamed, and the ball squirts loose. Broadwick able to re-corral it. And she'll get the advantage play. And she'll get that free position from the 12. She elects to pass. Konechny now coming in on Waits. Waits using the stick nicely to direct Konechny away from the play. Over to Cooper, who passes it away. Loose ball. Blue Devils looking to corral it, and they will. Nice defensive play there. Caitlin Walagora able to find it and scoop it up. Axie Vang now catches it beautifully. And she'll play it over. The pass a little bit early for Sherry, but she's able to adjust her body, get it. A couple players go tumbling down. That was the goalkeeper, and we'll have an injury timeout as Swoop came in and tried to get that pass that has been working for Lawrence Tech. But that made her tumble down, and the referee elected to blow the whistle. So now the Blue Devils should still have possession here right where it was whistled dead, and they will with Sherry. Free position here coming for Lawrence Tech. Sherry comes in the rip, and she scores. Top right, upper 90 for Ashley Sherry. Score now 19-6, and that breaks Lawrence Tech's season high of 18 goals. So the Blue Devils looking to put up big numbers. Let's see if they could get to 20. I wonder if they would even try here in the latter stages, as a lot of respect goes out to Bethel University and their squad, especially just the respect and the toughness and the commitment that this team really, starting from the senior leadership all the way down to the incoming freshmen, has instilled since the start of training camp and the early season practices. And it's something that's a delight to see, and we're really seeing it come tenfold and come in waves in this game in the last couple of matches. Here's the Pilots, though. They are looking to make a name for themselves, and they want to go down fighting. That never-give-up attitude has been with them throughout the whole season, as they finished 6-8 overall, but it's the road, really, these road games that they've had trouble with. 1-5 away from home, as that pass into the middle, Coggin easily scoops up. But as I was saying, 1-5 away from home, and you got to take into account, too, the snow, the different weather, the cold, and how accustomed all these teams are to playing in it, and especially when you're on the road. There's a whistle there, but especially when you're on the road playing in a condition you really aren't used to, it's just two things going against you. So the Blue Devils here in front of their hometown crowd. Each player gets 2 tickets to bring family and friends, and especially here on senior night, they want to come out flying. Here's a senior, Larkin over to Spintowski. The shot, good save there by Swoop. But a bunch of seniors, family and friends coming out here to support today. Couple of umbrellas here to protect themselves from the snow. A little bit different use of that multi-purpose tool. See them in the summer, too, at football games at Blue Devil Stadium, blocking out the sun. And a lot of people here, I was mentioning before, family and friends of the seniors. So if you want to stick with us after this match, the stream will end for a couple seconds, but then we'll be right back, continuing on with the senior night festivities. For anyone who wasn't able to secure a ticket or just wants to see these Blue Devils, maybe, could be more, but last game here at Blue Devil Stadium for the seniors. So a minute 30 now remaining in this one, all Blue Devil game. Right from the very get-go, as Foley looking for the shot. She'll stop up, head contact there. And it'll be a free position now. Anna Foley moving on in. The pass over and slash down on the arm. Another free position. And as I mentioned before, especially here with 1 minute left, the Blue Devils aren't really going to shoot this one. They're going to let time wind down. But Foley will, and she rips it in. Excuse me. So the broadcaster jinx there. And the Blue Devils put a 20 spot on the board, eclipsing that mark for the first time this season. 20-6 the score, and the running clock now under 40 seconds. And that's going to be most likely all she wrote, as we'll get maybe one more draw to see who will get that extra draw control on the stat sheet. And it'll be Waite against Broadwick once again for the Blue Devils and the Pilots. 16 and 15 seconds. That draw was misplayed, and they're going to just let time wind down even more. They'll put the ball in, try for one more, just to make it look professional, and that will do it here at Blue Devils Stadium. So the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils will move on in the WAC playoffs. They will play this Thursday, most likely Aquinas, but unconfirmed as of the moment. But nonetheless, especially here in the snow on senior night under the lights, the Blue Devils get the job done. Final score of 20-6. As we mentioned before, you could stay after, and we will have the senior night festivities streamed here on Lawrence Tech Sports Network. From all of us here in the booth, I'm Dylan Morello. We hope you enjoyed this game, and we'll see you guys in the next one here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network.